You are listening to your number one station, RX Radio, and this is the Fatboy Show, broadcasting from Kampala, the capital city of Uganda, where there is always something going wrong. The latest being how security was tight at the police CID headquarters in Chibuli. This was on Tuesday. Guess what happened? Well, you see, the suspects, there were some suspects that reported there to record statements in these iron sheets scandal that's going on. So the suspects included ministers who came and they had to give their statements in regards to the iron sheet scandal. So these officials that were chauffeured into the CID offices in private cars reportedly recorded statements on allegations of diverting iron sheets. Okay? So there was a lot of excitement there. Now, in this instance, this scandal seems to be ruffling the right people's feathers. Action seems to be getting taken. Do you think this is going to lead to anything substantial, Daniel?
I'm not going to lie. If the plan is to set an example, then yes, probably. Because I mean, we've been talking about Hakuna Mchezo since what, 2016? So it's hard to believe that anything is going to get done when things have just progressively gotten worse ever since then.
Okay, but I mean, even the president in a cabinet meeting warned these ministers that, by the way, you guys might get prosecuted for this.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping it's his chance to set an example. To show guys, because let's be honest, it looks like he's losing control of this whole thing. Like if guys can just take stuff like that and, go and dish it out. It's meant for one place, it's been assigned by the cabinet to one place and then just ends up in another. If there are no consequences for this, we are going to be having at least like 3 of these a month. Just because guys now know there's really nothing you can do about it.
But can I tell you why I think the president is using, or at least adopting, a more harsh stance on this particular scandal? For me, I look at the current composition of the current cabinet, and I notice that it isn't as filled up with the historicals, the so-called historicals, as previous cabinets have been.
Yeah.
Right? Because before, if you had a cabinet full of historicals, you might think twice about shuffling them around or having them arrested, because a lot of them might have, been popular among certain army people. A lot of them
had friends.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe those aren't guys you want to mess with too much because they could potentially create problems for you. But if you look at the current cabinet, it's just full of political newcomers.
Mostly,
who were just pulled out from, in the case of the Prime Minister, she was an RDC somewhere. Basically, disposable political figures.
First of all, that explains a lot in regards to just being an RDC pulled from somewhere. Now I get it.
Yeah?
But also, yes, because touching historicals sends a very strong message out. I mean, if there's this clique of guys who all consider themselves at a certain level, you tap one, all of them are thinking, boss, I thought we entered this thing together.
Exactly.
But for the regulars, by the way, I'd be like, yes, please punish them, because the standard has to be set at some point. Something needs to be done. And this is like, for me, the way it looks, not to sound alarmist, but it's like it's one of the few opportunities left for him to put a foot down and say, okay, guys, this madness needs to stop, and bring it to a halt.
Well, let us see if that is going to actually happen. As a country, we are hopeful. And if this is going to be if this is going to be the catalyst for major changes to come in the way this country is governed, then I think that's a good thing. We can only hope.
If we can pray.
And pray. Keep listening to the Fatboy Show on RX Radio.